Hey y'all, this is Amanda and welcome back to my Texas Zone 8A garden, and today I am out in Farmersville and we are going to be touring homegrown plants, and then at the end of the video I'm going to be showing you a plant haul of everything that I pick up. Okay, so today's concentration is going to be mainly spring annuals, but I am going to keep an eye out for perennials and some additional shade plants. Okay, so I'm kind of in the middle of the greenhouse. It's really warm in here, so I actually got to take off my jacket. But I'm just going to turn and give you guys an idea. This entire greenhouse is filled with product. So exciting. We are expecting a little bit of a light freeze coming this Friday. And so I don't think I'm going to get my plants out into the garden. I don't think I'm going to plant them out into the garden until we get past that freeze. So most probably this weekend is when I'll be planting. But let me go back to the front. I will say one thing I've noticed this year is they're carrying a lot more hard goods like iron trellises, ceramic pots, that type of thing, which I think is really kind of fun. Prices seem okay on those. All the prices on that have gone up, but they still seem pretty good, and they seem very robust and strong. So here we are at the entrance, and of course they've got all their geranium baskets, which are stunning, in your traditional red, pinks, fuchsia tones. So these are really nice. These look like 13-inch hanging baskets for $26.95. They're really full. They're not like sparse, which is really nice. And then they have a smaller one. So those are the nicer ones. And then smaller ones are $19.95. I think it's worth it for the little bit larger ones at $7. Those look really nice. And then if you don't want a hanging basket, they just have the containers over there. Look at all the Calabrosia. Those are pretty. You got all your verbena here. Look at that verbena. Lanao Neon Rose. I believe this is $19. It's free. No, it's $19 too. Lots of fuchsia, which is pretty, and they haven't all bloomed out. So here's the one with the white in the center, and they do have some with the purple in the center. Let me see if I can show that to y'all too. That one's white. My friend Kristen already grabbed the one that had purple in the center. So I'll try to get a close-up of that one that she grabbed. Over here we have all their mixed containers. So they're mixes of spring annuals, verbena, lobelia, petunias, all kinds of stuff. And let's see the cost on these. 14-inch pot for $35. These are really great if you just want to pick them up and drop them on your porch. You know, nothing crazy. If you're not really interested in combining or planting anything. Oh, this one's like this one right here. That's pretty. These are priced at, I think these are Proven Winners containers. I don't have to see a price on these, but look. These are your Proven Winners setups here. Tour of Tuscany. Love those colors. So that's kind of cool that they're doing some of those. I don't see a price on these particular ones, but so it does look like you can get your Proven Winners containers here, which is really fun. Here's some of their trellis or obelisk type things. They have different sizes, but look at the top. Not pretty. And these are like strong, guys. These aren't like the weak ones I'm kind of used to. The biggest one is $89.95, and then they go down in smaller ones, $69.95, $39.95. Looks like they have 3 different sizes. Those look good. They do have a lot of fruit trees. I haven't really ventured into the world of fruit trees at this point in time. I don't have a lot of interest in it yet, but I will someday. Now they have lots of herbs and vegetable starts out. I'm not going to take y'all through that. Although I will say they did have some proven winners tomatoes, tons of succulents. I have a succulent project coming up soon. But look at the increase in hard goods here. It's kind of fabulous. A little hefty on the price for the bird baths, but they're beautiful. Oh, look how they did a succulent bird bath. That looks great. Lots of smaller pots at the back. I wouldn't say these are like overly fancy, but like everything, they're usable, I will say. Lots of smaller containers across the back, and I was really excited to see some of these large scale trellis back here. Look at all of these along the way. So pretty. I'm so tempted by these, but I'll have to work it into my budget because their price is $190. And let me see if this has a size on it. 48 inches by 88 inches tall. Isn't that pretty? Those are pretty too. This looks great over here. And then they have the coordinating smaller size. That's one thing I really like. We've got this coordinating smaller size at $150. Oh, that's hefty for the smaller size, but so you can get the smaller size and the larger size, which I think are really nice and coordinate well with one another. We have some smaller scale ones over there too. Ooh, what are these? Star Jasmine Espalier? $160 for the Espalier. That's beautiful. Like that. They've kind of upped their game over here at Homegrown. I still feel really great about the prices. Here's all your proven winners tomatoes. They have the Good Hearted, which I grew last year and were lovely. They do have a slight shape of a heart. Here is Garden Treasure over here. And these are $8.95 each on the plant starts for proven winners, which are more expensive than their other plant starts. These are their other plant starts over here, which are typically like around $5 to $6. I could be wrong on that, but let me check. These are all tomatoes. Oh yeah, tomatoes are $3. Not, this is the best price I've seen on tomatoes. Everything at big box stores is like $5 or more. So great pricing on all of that. Here's my friend Kristen over there. We always talk to the people who work here. The lady on the right works here. She's lovely. Lots more potted geraniums. This is something I was thinking about adding to my garden this year. I just always think of them as like a spring plant and that they can't really handle the heat very much. But y'all let me know if geraniums handle our heat, because I sure do love them. I think they're fun. Have some fruit bushes over here, figs over here, which is cool. What is this guy? Apache, oh, blackberry bushes. Oh, that's fun. I see a whole bunch of Calabrosia or I never pronounce it right. Y'all know me. A whole bunch of these are $5 each. So pinks and purples and light pinks and kind of tangerine salmon colors, yellows. All looks really pretty. A lot of verbenas over here. Compact twister purple. They're a little leggy, but you can trim them up after you get them planted. I don't know what this guy is. Bippity Bop Blaze? Bidens? I'm not sure. Those are neat. Look at those little sweet guys. These guys over here are your osteospermum. These like the sun, I know that. Here's your Torina. Wisteria over here. Plant with caution. Honeysuckle, plant with caution. These are fan flowers. Oh, this one's lobelia. Okay, over here is a bunch of their 4-inch pots. And so I usually buy these in flats. Here you got your petunias, and it's one flat for $17. Each flat has 18 plants, I believe. Yes, 18 plants. So they have in red, white, purple, pink. I like this salmon color. And then they of course have some mixed palettes, which I think are also beautiful. They already have marigolds up, which is very cool. These are the French marigolds, I believe. Hot pack orange, but these look like the French marigolds. Oh, these are kind of fun. They're kind of a limey yellow color. Those are pretty. Mixed packs. If you're unsure, you can always pull off a bud and open it up to see what the color is going to be. Marigolds are also $16.95 each for a flat. You can also buy individual. I think they're like $1.45, $1.50. Tons and tons of coleus. Coleus is $18.95 per flat. They have a lot of gorgeousness. Look at all these. Oh, they're so pretty. I love coleus. Oh, gorgeous. They also have Dusty Miller over here. And these are salvia, packs of salvia. That's fun. I wonder what these are going to be. Salvia Vista Red. I've been really wanting to put more red in my garden this year. This one's Vista Red too. So I think these are all red. These love the heat. Yeah, they're all red. And these are all dianthus along this area. Tons of dianthus. Lots of snapdragons, which are definitely a sign of spring. Love snapdragons. And then across here are begonias and a ton more coleus. Look how beautiful all this coleus is. Oh, look at this big leaf coleus over here. Okay, I'm probably going to go home with some coleus today, I'll tell you that. And this is celosia. Lots of celosia up already. Looks like they have their tropical hibiscus in. I do see a wide variety of proven winners over here, so let's go take a look at those. And this one is Color Spire's Violet Riot. So this is a salvia. It's a perennial. And looks like they've gone up a little bit on their price for proven winners this year at $16.95. Still a good price in my opinion. You've got your hummingbird plants here. We've got some butterfly bush. This one is called Miss Molly. It's pretty. I like the colors of that one. Oh, look at the salvia here. This is the Rockin', let's see, Rockin' Fuchsia. Oh my gosh, that's stunning. These are $9 for the 1 gallon. Okay, those are gorgeous. That's probably coming home with me. And then they have it in the purple, which is beautiful. So the deep purple. Now, this guy, I don't believe is a perennial in my area. However, I did plant this once and it came back a couple of times. And then after like 2 years, it didn't come back after that. Azuratum. This is blue suede. What's this one? Rockin' Blue Suede Shoes. This is the one that I planted and it came back a couple of years and then stopped after that. But look at the blooms on this. So pretty. Did plant some of this guy last year, Fairy Dust Pink, Coffea hybrid. I used it for a fairy garden and it was lovely. Here's your Diamond Frost Euphorbia. These are all $8.95. And then of course they have their varieties over here too, which are a little bit less expensive. I'll show you their petunias in a little bit. They always have a great selection of petunias here. Here's all your scaevola. They have it in pink and purple and white, and lobelia in blue and purple. Here is your Gomphrena truffula pink. And then they do have their series of proven winners. They've got the Bumbagun. I think this one is either Fuchsia Paradise. Fuchsia, yep. Super Tunia Vista. This one right here is Paradise. It's just a little bit of a more like, has a little more of an orangey red tone to it than the Fuchsia. And then this guy is Jazzberry, which I planted this last year and I really, really loved it. And I'm probably going to do some more of that. This guy is one of their begonias, I believe. Funky red begonia, part shade to shade. Yeah, this is going to come home with me for my porch. These are fabulous. Look at this. Y'all, stop it. Look at that. Okay, that's definitely coming home. Some of these begonias are coming home with me. Okay, over here is a bunch of mixed pots again. And then they also have their smaller versions of the mixed pots. They've got their purple fountain grass in already, but this is what I want to show you, their wide variety of petunias. They always do a really good job on the varieties of petunias, and they're always priced at a really good price. So look at this purple one. This guy is Crazy Tunia Blue Ice. Have a beautiful red tone. Look at the black petunia. Oh, black satin sweet tunia. Oh, those are so pretty. They have pinks, hot pink, more light pinks. These are fun right here. Lucky Lilac, Crazy Tunias. See what I'm talking about on the colors? Look at these colors. These are so fun. This guy is Night Rider. He's fun. I like that one. I grew this one last year. I don't remember if it's called Mojito. Let me see if I can find a tag. Here's Moonstruck. Yeah, I grew Moonstruck last year. These right here. This is Mojito. I grew this one last year too. This one right here, it might be mislabeled. It says razzmatazz, but I don't see the coloring on it. It does not match what's in the pot. And then so much more, y'all. There's so much product here. If you have time, it's worth it. Come now. Come get your stuff before they all start selling out of everything. Tropical hibiscus is in. Here's some of your smaller mixed containers, which I think are fun. Okay, over here, I think we're gonna have some more perennials. We got our lemon ball sedum, ice plant, coreopsis. These are pretty. Look at that coreopsis. How fun are you? Catmint, scabiosas, two different colors of scabiosas, artemisia. Got more salvia over here. Yarrow, lots of yarrow. This looks like phlox over here. Oh, I think these are always so fun for fairy gardens. Armeria. Those are so fun for fairy gardens. There's lots of beautiful plants ready to go for y'all. Oh, this is Joe Pye weed. Veronica. or Speedwell. Larger scale, so we got phlox, Proven Winners phlox over here. These are priced at $32. This is a 3-gallon. Is this a 3-gallon? It's a 2-gallon, sorry. They're Opening Act Ultra Pink. Opening Act White. Y'all know me, I don't like the bigger pots because I don't like to plant them. They stress me out. What do we got here? Dark Side of the Moon, a Stilby perennial. And this should be full sun. What? Typically, full sun, full shade. Wow. Okay, that was unexpected on the Stilby. That might be something fun to try. Lots and lots of salvia over here. You got the butterfly weed over here. Sorry, I'm moving fast. I'm anxious to start buying. We got ajuga, some more coreopsis. These are beautiful. Feather Falls. These are so pretty. I really like the variegation on that. It's really nice. I always forget about grasses. Planting grasses. This guy is the penstemon. And then down this road, more verbena, more phlox, lots more phlox. Mexican sagebush. Land's Ear, more dianthus. Guara, several different varieties of guara, which look really good. Rock rose back there. They've got some iris going already. It's looking really good. Okay, let me show you this back portion, and then after that I'm gonna cut the video off, do my shopping, and then when I go home I'll show you what I end up choosing. So back here they have all of their hanging baskets up on display, which I think is so fun. And this trellis, I think this is only the second year for this trellis that they built. It looks really good. And then we do have a lot of tropicals back here, which are really fun. Some things that need a little bit more shade as well, which are definitely things I want to explore for the front porch. A lot of house plants back here. Asparagus fern, all your standard like Kelly ferns, lots of ferns back here. Let's see, this hanging basket fern is 20 bucks. I would say he's almost 2.5 feet wide. Looking really good. So those look really nice on their ferns. And then just to give you an idea on their hanging baskets, there's just a few to choose from. They look really, really great. Okay, I'm gonna get shopping and I'll get back with y'all once I get home. Okay, so I got a lot of stuff. I'm really excited. I got stuff for multiple projects. So some things will seem a little bit random, and that's because they're planned for a particular project. I do prefer, as I've gardened over the years, I prefer to go with a set project in mind when I visit a plant nursery. If I don't have a set plan in mind, then I tend to just buy a bunch of random stuff and then I can't figure out where to put it in the garden. And so this particular project, this particular time, I focused on a couple of different things. I've focused on doing a terracotta planter that I've got tucked into the garden over here. I knew I wanted a perennial that'll come back year after year, and then I wanted to surround it with summer annuals. So I got that. I also bought an array of supertunias because I know I want to install multiple of those throughout the front and side gardens. That was a separate project. And then the third project is another grouping of shade containers for the front porch. I'm loving my current ones, and I'm keeping with the themes of kind of like purples, fuchsias, reds on the front porch, which will go with the spring decor that I'm going to be installing in the next couple of weeks. And so I wanted to do a couple more plants. So let me show you guys what I got so far. Okay, for the terracotta container that's tucked into the garden, as my perennial, I picked up this Henry Dolberg salvia. Lots of y'all told me that I should grow this, that it will be really fun. It'll come back big and beautiful every year. I definitely wanted a plant that was taller and more airy. And so that will be kind of the center kind of thriller design. And then around it, I picked up one of, let me tell you prices though. This was $8.95 or $9.95. And then to go around it, I couldn't find any verbena plants that I really liked, smaller. And I also knew I wanted to tuck in a petunia, so I bought one of their mixed combo containers. This guy is $13.95. It is a mix of Night in Pompeii and Patience, which I really don't see in here and they're not blooming yet. Saguna Purple Imperial Petunias, and Techno Cobalt Blue Lanai Bright Eye Verbena. So 3 different plants in one container for $12.95. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take apart this container, separate out the plants, and then utilize them within the same container. And I like that opportunity because if I had bought all the plants separately, they would have been about $7.95 to $9.95 in price. I would have had to buy 3, and now I kind of like that I could just get this one container, separate out the plants, and then use them around. I think that'll be really great. And then in addition to that, I also got a geranium, which I thought was really pretty. I thought all the colors kind of picked up really nice together, lots of pinks, purples, and fuchsias. So this geranium is called Savannah Pink Splash Geranium. And all of those take full sun. Now for my petunia project, I picked up 2 varieties of petunia. I picked up the tried and true Bubblegum Vista, Super Petunia Vista. And these are the ones that get 12 to 24 inches wide. A lot of times they get bigger, specifically the bubblegum does. They like full sun. They tend to die off in our hot summers. Last year I tried trimming them back to see if I could get them to come back. They fried. They did not work. But I will enjoy these till almost July. And so they are worth it. Look at this one particular one I picked up. You can see bloom, 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 but just tons and tons of blooms ready to go. There's easily 40 blooms on here ready to go. Wonderful. And I think I've told you before, when selecting flowers, you don't want to select a plant where everything's bloomed out. You really want to look for closed blooms, and that way the plant's going to last longer. So I picked up 3 of the bubblegum, and then I also picked up here it is, Super Petunia Vista Fuchsia. And it's about the same size, and it has kind of a little bit of a brighter tone of flower on it. And once again, I really looked for some of the ones that were starting to spread out. And like this one has a nice, big, beautiful full center, and then you can see all the pieces on the side starting to spread out. And these are going to be tucked in different areas along the side and front garden, just to bring some beautiful pops of color for the beginning, middle, end of spring, and beginning of summer. All right, you're going to hear the basketball bouncing because my boys are out playing right now, and now there's a giant helicopter flying over. Okay, so for the shade planters, I'm going to be doing a couple of shade planters. So let me start with the basis for each. So the first one for this I got is new to me. This is called Dark Side of the Moon. It's an Astilbe perennial, and this perennial says that it can take full sun to full shade. I've never been able to put in a Astilbe in full sun, but Proven Winter says that they can. I'm not going to be putting this inside. I'm going to have it in full shade. It's kind of this dark, beautiful purple color, and its blooms are kind of like a fuchsia pink, fuchsia red tone, which will be really beautiful. So I really like this dark foliage right here. And then what I wanted to do, I wanted to complement it with this additional Proven Winners. This guy is actually a Proven Selections. So this is Funky Red Begonia, and this is an annual in our area, whereas the Astilbe is the perennial. This was about 8 to 12 inches. I'll put a close-up of the flowers. The flowers are ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, like a double begonia, so beautiful. But you can see where I'm kind of picking up my purple red tones there, right? And that's kind of what I did with the other planters. I'll throw up a picture of the other planters I've already done. And so to add to this, I wanted to do, I never say this word, Triscantia. I always say it incorrectly. Let me hear this. Triscantia, that's right. So this is purple Triscantia, Wandering Jew, Judio Errante. And I couldn't find any smaller plants. So I picked up the hanging basket. It is $19.95 and it has 4 plants in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide out this Triscanthia, and I'm going to put some of it with this container. So it'll be this kind of look with a spilling of the purple green vines, which I think will be drop dead gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Then going with those same lines onto the next planter, I picked up this double begonia. It's called, or excuse me, Impatient. This is a Silhouette Red Impatient, and it's the double blooms. This hanging basket was $16.95. These are absolutely gorgeous. They look like roses, these begonias do. And it is just laden with blooms. Absolutely beautiful. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to have this, and then I'm also going to do some more of the Triscanthia with it. So you see me bringing that purple and green. And then I bought a variety of coleus in kind of the purple green tones. And so this is going to be tucked into both the containers to bring them together. So while each of the containers is going to have a different kind of feature thriller plant and an accent plant, they're both going to get the Triscanthia and the coleus to kind of tie them back together. And all of these should do really great in full shade. And then this was the one unplanned one. I bought another Salvia Greggi. This is called Mirage Rose Bicolor. I couldn't turn away. They're like a peachy pink color, absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to tuck this into my front garden. These don't get huge. They're only about 14 inches tall, so it's almost full grown. And they'll get about the same wide, so they'll get about that wide. But I invested in one Salvia Greggi so far, so I wanted to put another one into the garden. I think this one is going to be absolutely beautiful. So all in all, I also bought 4 bags of potting soil, and so my total ended up being about $200, which is a little pricey, but I know every time I buy like Supertunias, and I should have told you, these Supertunias are $8.95 each. This is the best deal on Supertunias that I've ever found. They at Homegrown, they carry 4 varieties of Supertunias, and that's the only ones that they're currently carrying this year. I actually talked to the lady just to confirm. I wanted to know, are you getting any other varieties? And then I also made some suggestions of some Supertunia varieties I would like. But they are going to grow the fuchsia, Supertunia Vista Fuchsia, Supertunia Vista Bubblegum, Supertunia Vista Paradiso, and Supertunia Vista Jazzberry. So those are the 4 varieties they have. They have a lot, but they will sell very quickly, especially at $8.95. So if you are local to the area and you are looking for your Supertunias, that is the place to go. Bring a big car, load up with your Supertunias at the best price that I've ever seen for them. Typically at some of the other nurseries, they're $12.95 to $14.95. $8.95 is fabulous. And she said that the owner, the lady I was talking to, she handles all of like the inventory, she does all the ordering. But she said the owner of Homegrown has a very strict policy in that if they're getting the plugs and they're growing the plugs themselves, then they charge what their basic price would be for their products, $8.95 for the I guess gallon containers. If they have to buy the actual plants from a different farmer, they buy the full grown plants and everything, that's where they do a larger markup. But since they grow all of these from plugs, they don't do as high of a markup because she said it's just not hard. Which is really, really great. So if you're looking for your Supertunias, go ahead and get your bottom all the way over to Homegrown Plants in Farmersville, Texas. Get yours picked up. I already told you what 4 varieties they have. They are not going to carry any other varieties this year. However, if you run into any of the people who work there and there's a specific Supertunia you would like to see in the future, be sure to tell them. The more people they hear from regarding those, the more likely they're going to invest in some different inventory regarding those. Okay, so today was just joyful running around with my friend Kristen. We had a great time. She and I are going to try to go on Mondays and tour different nurseries. And so hopefully that will help me get out of my house. Kristen's really good about getting out and about, and she will force me to go. And so hopefully I'll have a lot more nursery tours coming and can show you guys some different products. This was a larger than usual purchase, but I had specific projects already in mind. I already had my money allotted. I ended up spending $50 less than what I intended to spend, which is awesome. Very happy with that. Super happy with the health of the plants. incredibly impressed with how many products are actually in homegrown right now. And I gotta say, I'm not sponsored by them at all. I don't get any free plants. I don't get a discount. I get nothing. They are lovely. I get just the joy of going to the nursery, which I really love. The people are always lovely there. The product I'm always really happy about, and I learn a lot every time I'm there. I'm also really impressed with how they're trying to develop and grow the amount of plants that they have, the varieties they have, the amount of hard goods available, providing your own soil. You can buy all of your tones there, plant tone, rose tone, all the different tones for fertilizer, your espoma products. They just have a lot there. It's getting to the point where it's a one-stop shop, which is awesome. I would love not to have to walk into big box stores. I would love to just really focus on local nurseries if I can. All right, I hope you all enjoyed today's video touring the nursery and then the plant haul at the end. I will be excited to show you all these products, all these projects. I'm going to be filming them all this weekend, so they should be out in the next like 10 to 14 days, these 3 different projects, and it should be fun. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when my latest videos are up, and make sure you check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.